Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is August 13, 2018, 5:44 p.m. Birmingham, and topic is the most racist person that's been allowed to be racist in front of the world. Her name, she's just been hired by New York Times, I don't know how long ago, but her name is Sarah Joeng, Joeng. Little Asian woman. The best I can remember, many years ago, I saw pictures from Vietnam, from that area, that people after the war they would bring back to the States. And I saw these pictures one time and it made me sick. And I've only heard of them since. I will give you the content of those pictures in a moment. First, here's a small sample of Miss Sarah Joeng's racial perspective. Right here. Listen to these. All these are tidbits, little ads that have been put out there, and they're archived under New York Times. And I'm going to cut out 90% of the curse. I don't even say the things that she does. But dumbass effing white people making up the internet with their opinions like dogs on a fire hydrant. Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins? Hashtag cancel white people. Oh man, it's kind of sick how much joy I get out of being cruel to old white men. Sarah, I'm going to like the end of this one. I hope you do too. I dare you to get on Wikipedia and play things white people can definitely take credit for. It's really hard. White men are BS. And look, I'm doing the abbreviation. She's doing the words. No one cares about women. You can threaten anyone on the internet except cops. I guess this is her giving her way of reasoning behind the things that she's saying. I just realized why I can't stand watching Breaking Bad or Battlestar Galactica. The premise of both is just white people being miserable. White people have stopped breeding. You all go extinct soon. This was my plan all along. And it goes on and on and on. But yet, New York Times, we hired Sarah because of her exceptional work. The work she has done covering the internet and the technology of range of respected publications. That is BS. But let me tell you, on a scale of 1 to 100, we're going to go through only 3 names, actually 4, of the most racist out there. If you want to consider things said, the most racist out there, Sarah should be number 1, and she will be soon. But she's not. Number 1 is a woman that is Jewish. And I promise my God, I'll stand with his people without exception. I hate what this woman does, but I stand with God's people. And she is the racist, most racist. Her name is Whoopi Goldberg. You know what shows she's on every morning? Her and 3 or 4 other women. Whoopi Goldberg, you top the list. And that little fat gay woman under you, she's right there beside you. You know, little fat, queer. Excuse my French, but I'm not talking bad about cops. All I got to do is swap my hat because that's what I am. See, right right over here. Used to be, anyway. But here's number 2. The real number 2 is Sarah Jones. She's the second most racist and probably will jump WHOOPI and go to number 1 that I've ever known. And keep going all the way up to 95. This is not even being in the same ballpark, not even in the same city as far as that goes, would be Roseanne. But Roseanne gets canned because of what she said that doesn't touch what WHOOPI did in her show multiple times, but just the other day. Doesn't come close to that, but Roseanne got she got barred, right, kicked out. WHOOPI, we look up to Jews, but you're giving Jews the name of very bad example. So I look over you. I won't step on you because I stand by God's people, but you're miserable. Just want you to know that. Sarah, you have the hoof in the mouth disease. Have you ever heard of that, Sarah? It's the hoof and mouth disease. Now, when I started, I told you I saw pictures that people brought back. Some people that hadn't got any business looking at any such pictures, but doing the things that the Bible calls bestiality. Sarah, you need to stop doing that. You've got the hoof and mouth disease. I don't know what hooved animal you've had in your mouth, but that may have what turned your mouth in such a trash pot, you know. So Sarah Joan, I'm a white old man. I'm not miserable. I'm happy in the fact that I know that you have an excuse of being where you are because you got the hoof and the mouth disease. And maybe it's like you like what God says, don't do this. Remember back prior to Noah's flood, that's what they were doing. They were crossbreeding everything that walked, even animals. Sarah, that ended way back about 4,700 years ago. You need to stop it today. It looked like you're carrying on the NEPHILIM tradition with hooved animals, Sarah. Quit doing that and maybe you'll clean up a little bit. Guys, my viewers, I apologize, but I just had to get this out. I'm about to boil over. And I've had some comments about YouTube changing my blogs to comedy. Well, I got that straightened out. Either they'll like my change to educational or they'll kick me off. I don't give a rip. Jody Wolf Expoz.